feet. Now wait just a minute there, Bobby.
Huh?
Are you sure you can lift that box properly?
Yeah, it's fine.
Lifting that box like that, Bob, you're going to hurt yourself.
Hurt? I've been a CNA for 10 years. I'm as strong as an ox.
Now let's put that box down and let me come over here and show you a few things of why you might hurt your back.
Okay.
Bobby, let me tell you a few statistics of why you might hurt your back. Number one, healthcare workers are the third largest group for number of days missed from work due to illness and injury. At CMH, of the 71 injuries in 2007, 21% of those injuries were due to back or neck injury. And the average back injury cost workers approximately $25,000 a year. In 2006, at CMH, 48% of workers' injuries were due to low back pain. Of the 67,000 back injuries to healthcare workers last year, on average, it would cost most employers $1.7 billion in workers' compensation claims. Are you starting to see why this is so important, Bob?
Is it that big a deal? I've been lifting stuff all my life. I've never hurt my back. I don't think I'm at risk.
It is a big deal, Bob, especially here at CMH. But before you go to work for us, we want to find out just how strong you really are. So why don't you come with me? Bob, this is the physical capacity profile test. This will be the machine that we use to test out and find out what kind of strength you're going to need. I'm going to check real quick for you. Our computer says here that you're going to be able to need to lift 50 pounds 4 times before you're going to be able to start your job. Let's go ahead and have you sit down here and we'll get started with the testing. Bob, the purpose of the testing here is that we're going to find out what kind of maximum amount of strength. Congratulations, Bob, on passing your PCP. But before we go any further, I'd like to share a little more information about back safety.
Back safety? I passed your test. What more do I need to know?
I want to share with you a little bit about your spine. Bob, in your spine here, you have several curves that we need to be very aware of. Bob, in the spine, you have 3 curves. You have the cervical curve, the thoracic curve, and the lumbar curve. All 3 of these curves work together to act like a spring or a shock absorber, much like the shocks in your car. Bob, these are the discs of the spine. They act as spacers for spinal segments and are filled with water. They also provide additional shock absorption for the spine. The 3 curves of the spine form an S-curve, which provides stability in a vertical manner when taking on a load. When the S-curve is lost and a C-curve develops, due to bad body mechanics, the forces are placed more on the disc. Bob, that's enough about your spine. Let's talk about the muscles. Bob, you basically have 2 groups of muscles in your spine. You have your abdominal muscles or your stomach muscles and your back muscles. They both work together to provide stability for your spine. If at any time that one of those group of muscles becomes stronger or weaker than the other, it's going to put you more at risk to injure your back. The other things too you also need to realize is that you also need to work to try to strengthen those groups of muscles so that you always have stability in your spine.
Huh. I didn't realize the back and stomach muscles were that important.
Well, they're very important. Now that you're getting an understanding of that, why don't we go talk a little bit more about how to properly lift a box.
Okay.
Bob, I wanted to show you just a few more things to make sure that you know how to protect your back when you're lifting. We have 4 things here at CMH that we call the cardinal rules of lifting. The first one that we want to go over is that make sure that you keep your S-curve or your spine straight, keeping your chest out. The second rule is that we want to make sure that you use your legs to lift. And when you do this, you want to make sure that you keep your knees behind your toes. Your legs are the strongest part of your body, so it only makes sense that you work to lift with your legs. The third rule is that you want to keep that object close to your body. If you get the object out away from your body, you're putting more stress on your spine. The fourth rule is that anytime you're going to lift an object, you want to make sure that you don't get a twisting motion in your spine. And the way that you get rid of that twisting motion is that you're going to take a step. So if I was going to demonstrate it for you, you'd come up, if you were going to go somewhere else with this object, you'd want to take a step and then back. If you try to twist here, you're going to cause more injury to your spine. Do you have any questions about that, Bob?
So where I lift, I need chest up, knees behind the toes, keep it close to my body, and when I lift or turn, I need to turn and step rather than twist.
Bob, I think you're starting to get it finally. Are you feeling good about that?
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good about it.
Bob, that's what I like to see.
Great. Thanks very much.
That's enough about Bob. Let's talk about your posture. I noticed when you're sitting out there that your posture has some things that we can improve on. Let's go talk about that now. Take poor Justin in marketing, for example. His workstation setup puts him at risk for injury. If he continues to work in this environment, he is likely to develop back pain, neck pain, headaches, eye fatigue, shoulder or elbow pain, and even numbness or tingling in his hands. Let's take a look at what Justin is doing wrong now. He is slouching in his chair, his seat is too low, his keyboard and mouse are too high and too far away, his monitor is too low and too far away as well, and he has inadequate lighting for his workstation. Now let's take a look at a healthier workstation for Justin. As you can see, Justin's new workstation fits him appropriately. His monitor is now at the proper height and distance away. The keyboard and mouse are now level with his elbows. He has proper chair height to keep his knees and hips at 90 degrees. He is sitting upright with good back support. He now has adequate lighting for the work environment. Here are a few helpful reminders for maintaining a healthy posture at your workstation. Remember to keep your knees and hips at 90 degrees. The top third of your monitor should be at eye level. The keyboard and mouse should be at elbow level. And provide yourself a towel roll or lumbar support. Armrest should be elevated to keep your elbows at 90 degrees, and the footrest can be used for additional support. So remember, a healthy back means a healthy you. It takes an ounce of prevention to stop a lifetime of discomfort.